Hey everybody, welcome to the Department of Comics. I'm your humble host, Agent DeCamp. Happy to see you here. And today, I'm going to show you some stuff I got in the mail. Okay, but you're not going to have to watch me open all the packages though. That's a good thing. All right, so we're going to start off with this right here. I got this off of eBay from Comic Zone. It's Fantastic Four number 8, the 1 in 100 Rose Besh cover. It says on there $80. I did not pay $80. I believe I paid $35. That's how much it's come down since then. But yep, that's the 1 in 100. The weird thing is the way it was drawn, it looks like it's dirty. So glad to have that. And then I happened to be perusing when CGC announced Terry and Rachel Dodson signing. I went to their website and I was looking over their website. And on there they had where you could buy prints. And if you buy a print, you can get it autographed for a little extra money. And you can get it remarked for a little extra money. Okay, so I saw what prints they were, and I was like, hell yeah. And this is it right here. Right there. It's my girl, Carol Danvers. This is the cover to the her first appearance in Avenging Spider-Man number 9. I know there was a preview of the book in, I think it's Summer of Spider-Man preview. But, you know, it's still considered her first appearance. They got the remark right there. The signature's underneath the remark. Rachel only barely wrote her name there. So, but this right here, you're not going to believe this. $65.95 shipped. Yeah, shipped. That includes the shipping, the remark, the autograph, and the print. $65.95. You can't beat that. I love it. Unfortunately, of course, it came rolled up in a tube, and my the postal service kind of damaged the tube a little bit, so it's got like a little kink right there, but it's not bad. It's not really a crease. It can flatten out, but yeah, love it. Okay, and along with that, of course, we got the thank you card from the Dodsons right there. Yep, TerryDodsonArt.com. Check them out. I couldn't believe that. $65.95. Okay, the next thing I got in the mail, so it's probably not going to be overly short and sweet, is I got back my latest CGC submission after a few months. And some of them are happy with it. Of course, some of you are not. Some you don't agree with. Okay, we're going to start off with this. I'm not going to hide the grades because I already know what they were because I've been watching online. Doctor Strange number 62 from 1983. I think this is the one where Doctor Strange eradicated all the vampires. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to send it in. They just have Dracula appearance on here. I thought it was going to get a 9.6. Okay. But their grader notes for it say light spine stress lines, light crease top of back cover. Okay. Now, first of all, I don't see the crease. And I know it had a couple spine stress lines, but not enough to drop it to an 8.5. And I think I figured out why I'm getting creases in the top of a lot of the books I send in. Because I was using these new Mylar type bags, and they're kind of hard to get them out of there. You know, if you take them by the board and you slide it out with the board, it's not too bad. But if you're trying to grab the book itself, it comes out a little hard. So the next shipment I send to them, I'm sending all in the cheap bags that they just go right out of, you know. But anyway, I got an 8.5 on this one right here. Okay. The next one I have is Punisher War Journal number 15 from 1990. I thought this would get a 9.6 or better. It's Jim Lee on the book doing the cover and interior art. Oh no, I'm sorry, he just did the cover. But it's Punisher and Spider-Man, and it got a 9.8. There you go, 9.8. So I was happy with that one, of course. How can you not be? The next one is Huntress number 1 from 1989. I thought I could get a 9.4 or hopefully better. And it is a newsstand, and I got a 9.4. I was hoping for better. Their notes on this one are very light spine stress lines, very light indent top of front cover, which means that's probably where his finger went in the book trying to pull it out of the bag. So I still think it should have possibly gotten higher, but I expected at least minimum of 9.4. So I got it. Okay. The next book I have is Daredevil number 186 from 1982. And this one here, I thought I could get a 9.6 or better because this was a beautiful book when I bought it. And I got the 9.8. There we go. Nice Frank Miller goodness there. It's funny as people complain about Frank Miller's art now. You know, if you really look at some of his art back then, especially after he left Marvel, you can actually see where the art was kind of turning into that. You got to remember that he had good inkers, you know. Like this one right here, he had Klaus Janson was the inker on the cover and the interior art. So how much was Klaus actually cleaning up? You know what I mean? But still happy with that 9.8. Okay, the next one I have is a Cyblade She Battle for Independence. It's the variant cover. It's the first appearance of Sarah Pazzini, Witchblade. And this one here was immaculate. Okay, I thought for sure, I have on here a 9.8. I thought for sure I would get a 9.8 on this. Okay, and I got, the greater notes are very light spine stress lines. And that reduced it to a 9.6. So, right there, even the Witchblade ad on the back. But yeah, this is the Billy Tucci cover. It's like it's looks like it was painted on canvas. It's got that texture look to it. But spine stress lines, it didn't have enough to knock it down to a 9.6, I don't think. But hey, what do I know? I'm still new at this. Okay, the next book right here. It's just like the last one I did. I'm pretty sure I did a video showing them. I had an X-Men 4, and I got a 9.8 on it. And this one here was just as good as that one was. And for some reason, I got a 9.4. And I'm like, what the heck? This thing is sharp. There is not a tick on here. The corners are beautiful. The colors are nice. And they say very light tanning on cover and very light tanning interior cover. It looked just like the last one I sent in. So I really don't see the tanning, but I got a 9.4. So when I said that one there, I thought for sure I'd get a 9.8 because it's exactly like the last one, which got a 9.8. Okay, the next one here, I was pretty confident I would get a 9.8. It's Absolute Evil, #1. This has the first appearance of the Absolute Green Arrow, which they did not write on here. And I got a 9.8. There you go. Okay. That's Absolute Evil. And then we have this one here. I was pretty confident I get a 9.8 on it. It's Absolute Batman #4, first printing. And we got the 9.8. Which I'm so glad, because if you don't get the 9.8, they're pretty much worthless. Okay. The next one, once again, confident I'd get the 9.8. It is Absolute Batman #5, first print, and got the 9.8. Oh, it's got Creature Commandos ad in the back. That was a cool cartoon. Anybody watch that? I enjoyed it on HBO Max. But yep, there's the 9.8. Okay. The next one we have here, let's see, I got to pull up greater notes, which you know what that means. It didn't get a 9.8. Okay, the greater notes on this one, okay, is once again very light spine stress lines. Very light spine stress lines. The same exact thing Huntress got. Huntress got a 9.6. Okay. This is Green Lantern, Volume 3, number 49 from 1994, where Hal Jordan goes crazy. Right there. I got a 9.4. So this one here, as far as I'm concerned, looks better than Huntress did. But like I said, what do I know? But there we go. 9.4, Green Lantern 49. Okay, the next two books belong to my son-in-law. He said the worst of the two he's going to keep, the better of the two he wants to sell. So this one here, and I knew neither one was going to get a 9.8. This one here I thought would get a 9.0 or maybe less. Okay, because there's just some stuff on it that I couldn't fix. All right, so this one here says light spine stress lines again. But this one got a 9.0. Okay, and it's because there's a couple good sized ones that break color on here, mainly up here by the staple. So it actually looks like they bent it because there's a major spine tick there. because there wasn't a spine tick there before. They were down lower. So, but anyway, he got the 9.0. So he was happy with the 9.0 because that's the one he's going to keep. You know, first appearance of Nightwing. And then he had a second one that I thought was going to get a 9.6. I thought a 9.6, possibly a 9.8, but I was more thinking 9.6. This one here, our notes say, very light spine stress lines, very light staple tear, bottom staple, which I don't see the tear, front or back. But anyway, he got a 9.4 on this one. So overall, I was not too bad on my estimates. There was a couple I was severely disappointed in. But yeah, this is going to be the one he keeps, a 9. No, it's one he's selling, a 9.4. He's keeping the 9.0. So, like I said, I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better. I guess maybe I got to pick better stuff. Hopefully, you know, changing the bags and boards to a different style of bags and boards and staying away from the Mylar hybrids that I like might help it, because they'll slide out easier and they won't have to be grabbing the book. Because it seems like a lot of the ones, when I submit them, they come back saying there's bends at the top of the cover. And I've been sending them in these brand new bags that were never used. And I think what it is they're grabbing the book and tugging on it and they're bending it. But so that's how I did for that one with the CGCs. So I'll be sending in another batch soon. I'm going to try to get these sold. I'm probably not going to have my eBay page much longer. If I do, I might or might not sell some stuff on there, but the higher dollar stuff I'm not going to. eBay's rates are getting ridiculous. They charge 15%, which it's okay. It's not that bad, 15%. But if it was 15% on what the item sold for, it would be one thing. But they're charging me 15% on the sales tax. Okay? And then they're charging me 15% on the shipping cost. So I don't understand why they're taking a cut of, you know, for the sales tax and the shipping costs, because I'm printing the label out. I buy it from them as it is because I'm sure they're getting a discount from the post office, because some of the things are going out cheaper than if I would have bought it by myself. And collecting a percentage off the income tax, that's not right. So I might still sell some other smaller stuff on there. I mean, I have some comics on there for $1. I think I got some 125s on there for $1. And that's at Gotham City ENT. Well, that's going to be it for today. I got to get these all put away because I'm going to find another way to sell them. So if you could, please like the video, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Am I doing terrible on my grading? I'm getting better. What do you think about that print? Go to Terry Dodson Art. It's a good deal. Tell a friend about the fat guy showing comic book stuff on YouTube. And until next time, keep reading those comics.